When you come to Africa, you will find all beautiful skin shades. Most people associate Africans with dark skin. But different groups of people in Africa have almost every skin color on the planet, from deepest black in the Dinka of South Sudan to beige in the San of South Africa. Today, I'm going to talk about the African nation with the highest proportion of people with dark complexion. Black is the color of the African people, and we are proud of it. South Sudan is a lovely home of mainly Nilo-Saharan peoples, who tend to be the darkest-skinned populations of the entire African continent if I'm not wrong. Most of the population in South Sudan are Nilotics. The Nilotes constitute most of the population in South Sudan, an area that is believed to be their original point of dispersal. After the Bantu people, they constitute the second most numerous group of people inhabiting the African Great Lakes region around the Eastern Great Rift. Other Nilotics are found in Ethiopia, Uganda, Kenya, DR Congo and Tanzania. Among these are Kero people, Luo, Ateka, Kalenjin, Nuer, Dinka, to mention but a few. Surprisingly, people with this lovely dark skin are among the most beautiful people in Africa. According to the East African magazine in 2017, South Sudanese dark-skinned women were credited for the most beautiful skin in Africa. They are friendly and attractive. Their beautiful dark skin makes them rule the fashion and beauty industries. Right from the runways in Paris to the boards in Times Square and even the Victoria's Secret fashion show. South Sudan is where world black African supermodels come from. For example, Anwak, who is the most famous model. Her biography has been translated into 28 different languages on Wikipedia. Then, Anwak, the world's expensive model, Adat Akek, Nayakim and many more. Today, I will focus on Nayakim Gatwech because she stood strong and said no to bleaching her wonderful skin. This is her story. Nayakim Gatwech is a South Sudanese descent African-American model who's teaching people not to be afraid of the dark. With her deeply pigmented skin and fierce determination, the dark-skinned model is breaking down the barriers of conventional beauty and encouraging others to do the same. The 27-year-old African model and fashion icon, who now lives in Minneapolis, Minnesota, has no shame about her melanin, and she makes sure the world is aware. My chocolate is elegant. So is what I represent. A nation of warriors, she captioned one of her many Instagram photos, which routinely exceed 10,000 likes each. In another, she details an experience in which an Uber driver suggested she try bleaching her skin and her only response was laughter. You won't believe the kind of questions I get and the kind of looks I get for having this skin. Gatwech is not only an advocate for diversity in the fashion industry but also a voice for black rights around the world. She's even been nicknamed like Queen of Darkness, a title she happily accepts. She says black is bold, black is beautiful, black is gold. Don't let American standards damage your African soul. Love the skin you live in, no matter what color or shade it may be. We have come to the end of the video, but just one more thing to note down. If you ever fall in love with one of these beautiful dark-skinned ladies from South Sudan, just know their marriage was reported most expensive on BBC, CNN and Al Jazeera after 7 feet tall Nylon was married with 500 cows, 10 V8s and $10,000. And lastly, these strong words should go to every person of skin of color. Marcus Garvey, one of the leading Pan-Africanists, once said that, black is beauty, so, always be yourself and proud of what makes you unique. Which is your skin, your features, and your culture or roots. Give me a thumbs up if you agree. Thanks so much for watching. Kindly subscribe and comment. See you next week.
Why the Queen of Dark?
Well, the name first appeared on Twitter when one of my Twitter friends decided that to nickname you Queen of Dark. I was just going down on my Twitter feed and I seen in one of the articles saying that Nyak Kim Garwich has recently been nicknamed Queen of Dark. And then I laughed at first, but I was just thinking about it and I was like, well, my Instagram name is Queen Kim. And then I'm embracing and preaching about my dark complexion and loving it. So I'm just assuming that the Queen Kim and Dark, they just put the two and two together, and then there's like, and it's a very catchy name. I love it.
Right. So walk me through this entire story, because I find this hard to believe. Tell everybody about that fateful Uber ride.
Yeah, that story first appeared when I put a picture up with me and my other 4 Sudanese model friends on Instagram and wrote the caption about that story that happened to me. And then, so first, I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So I was looking for a job at a time in mid-April. And I called up an Uber, and an Uber driver came to my place to take me to my interview in St. Paul, Minnesota. And when I got in the car, the guy himself, he seemed like he was intrigued. He didn't know, he seemed like he never seen somebody that looked like me before, you know? He was shocked or confused the way he was looking at me. And then as we was riding to my interview, and then he told me, he looked at me, he asked me, where you from? And then I told him that I'm from South Sudan, you know? And then he's like, wow, you're very dark. And I said, I know. So and then he's like, so he asked me that, don't take this offensive, but can I ask you a question? And I say, of course, go ahead, because I get silly questions all the time. And then he said, if you was given $10,000, would you bleach your skin? And I laughed it off at first, and then I asked him why did he ask that question. And then he said that because he feel like life is harder for me being as dark as I am. He feel like I will have a hard time finding a relationship. Guys won't find me attractive. He feel like if I was to go for a job interview, I wouldn't get a job because of my dark complexion. So he just have so many reasons he think that life would be easier if I was lighter. And then I told him that at one point I did consider bleaching my skin color, you know, at some point in my life. But from where I am right now, I accepted who I am and grew to love who I am and grew to have confidence. So I would never do it, you know.